Hi, everybody. Welcome back to that Eurovision site. Our Melo interviews continue on, and this time I am joined by the lovely Laurel, who is
Hey,
participating
Raquel.
in this week's Melodifestivalen. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you. Yeah, I'm super tired and we're working like crazy, but it's an awesome thing and we're just really excited.
I was gonna say, I think everyone knows in the Twitter fandom that if I have a bias, it's any of your songs and any of your songs you've written. So it is nice to
Aw.
be doing this in a professional capacity. Let's get on with things and talk about Mello because you're making your debut as an artist, and after many years of doing it
Yeah.
as a songwriter, and can I ask you, was it difficult to persuade you, or were you just like, you know what, it's the right time, let's just go for it?
The first time I thought about Melodifestivalen, it came as like an invasive thought into my mind, and I was like, because I think there's a lot of, you just anything can happen, on the Mellow stage, on the Eurovision stage, and we all know that. So I think when I originally kind of wondered if this was something that could unfold in my life, it came as a scary thought. And then I kind of had to grab it and look at it for a second and be like, why am I scared of this? And so I essentially flipped it around in my mind and embraced the idea essentially. And then so when I was approached, it actually just felt like a weird full circle kind of moment. So I definitely felt like more open to having the conversation and to entertaining doing this and going down this road. Like by the time that conversation happened. So that was cool. I guess it was a little bit of like life prepping me in advance.
Okay, so for if you've been living under a rock, you'll be participating with Sober. I wanted to ask you about the creative process of it because you've written this with the people you usually write the
Yeah.
other mellow entries for. So how did the song come about?
The song was actually not written for Mello. It was just written when we were having like a series of writing days together. We were just trying new things at the time. And we wrote like a really in those songwriting days, I feel like we wrote like a lot of songs in a short amount of time. We were jumping from like room to room, back and forth, just kind of teaming up and throwing ideas in. And it was a really fun process. And so for this, it was really just about trying some things and experimenting with my voice and experimenting with like production concepts and different production influences. And this is kind of where we ended up with it. Like we wanted it to feel really playful and fun, but still a little bit badass.
Mhm.
So
I would say very, very playful and fun. When the audience, snippets have come out of the performances and heard about the song, what message would you try to send as the viewers see it when they perform it on stage tomorrow?
well, this is essentially a love song. It's about essentially about love being the greatest high that you could ever feel. And I am sharing like my story of how I encountered that with meeting my husband and like the moment that my whole world changed forever. So actually like just packaged in a way that's really like fun and playful. And I think I just want people to be a part of that. I want people to be invited into that experience of how I felt and how I continue to feel. And I also hope that like everyone just feels like really happy feels when they hear it. And that everyone kind of feels like they can kind of like touch that moment with me for a
Mhm.
second.
Yeah. And I've seen the performances, like the rehearsal yesterday, and I was just like, it is very unique in its own right. And you did say the word very psychedelic. Do you think you can just give us like a quick brief like intro, like how did that creative process come about with the performance?
So I guess like it's a little bit of a window into my own mind and into the way that I think. Like I think in pictures, I think in very like abstract thoughts. And so there's definitely like abstractness to the song. I mean, it's and lyrically it's kind of reflective of that as well. And it's also like, I think it's kind of like paralleling the story a little bit as well, of like going out and you're kind of feeling like you're, you know, in a club. And so there's a kind of some like neon vibes that you're picking up on as well, that I'm sure will be
it very popped up off on like in bits of it, and I was just like, wow.
yeah. So we're just so we have a lot of fine tuning to do today, like a lot of we're making actually a lot of like tweaks, and I'm excited to see where it's going.
Just over a day now of your performance, how are you feeling about it? Like,
I feel vocally like really, really strong. I feel like, okay, cool, I've stepped on the stage and I know I can sing this, and so I feel really comfortable vocally. And that's not something I actually expected to feel, because the song, my coach calls the song karate. She's like, so this song is karate. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the word I would use to describe it. It's like kind of all over the place vocally. And it's not, you know, in typical, like in my typical writing fashion, it's like, good luck breathing, you know, so you know, very busy, and I just want to like say all the words. So so that's like really fun it actually is really fun to bring one of my own songs on stage and be like, okay, cool, like, yes, like this is working. And like I'm just excited to see how it's going to develop today. I'm told that Thursday is like the oh my god day for everybody, that's because it's the first time that the production teams are like, you know, putting the number on stage and seeing how it looks, and having their own reactions. And so we're all kind of on the same page with where we want to see the number go today. So I'm hoping that we can take it there, because we definitely like have some changes to make, but I'm excited. Ultimately.
Right. Talking about you yourself, because obviously you're the newbie. You've been in Sweden for some time now, and now you got given this opportunity to do Mello. I just wanted to briefly ask you, like, what's it like working on the Swedish music industry as a Canadian who has now basically moved their life over here?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's great. Like I love the flavor for music here. I really love that, like, people appreciate a big hook in Sweden. You know, you turn on the radio and it's just like all the songs are just so like banger after banger after banger. I really, really love that. And I guess like I kind of stumbled onto that, like as an artist, just kind of by surprise. It was actually happening in a different country. And then radio just came on to my song Habit, and it just started to kind of like snowball. And so that was really crazy for me. I didn't actually believe it was happening. Last summer, I was in Canada, and all my friends and family here were like, your song is on the radio all the time. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, whatever. It is not. And then it was. And then everyone knew all the words when I was like performing it last summer. So that was just like total shocker to me. And it was great. Like I feel like really like well received here. And I feel like there's kind of a little bit of a like love affair that has been going on for decades between Sweden and Canada. So I feel really welcomed here. I've always felt that way. Like Swedish people are super humble, super kind, super caring. They all like look out for each other and are just really hardworking, honest people. Like I just really love that. So I feel really like comfortable in this industry here. There's a lot of really kind faces, kind personalities.
Looking into the Mello debacle now, obviously you've done this as a songwriter before, but as an artist, what's the one thing that you have learned that you'll take with you going forward, whether it's you advance to the next stage or just ending up participating now?
It's the same lesson I continue to learn in life. Like my intuition is always like, trust your intuition. It's always there to guide you. And the sooner you listen to it, the easier of a time you will have. So, yeah.
Okay, then. Well, Thank you very much for your time, Laurel. Wish you the best
You.
of luck. Is there anything you want to say to the international fans who are watching this right now?
Hi. I hope that you enjoy the show. I hope you yeah, or thank you for being with me on the ride. And I'm just gonna do my best, and I hope I get more chances to do that. Like, this is just so much fun, and I am very grateful for you being here with me on the ride. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Laurel, and wish you the best of luck.
Okay.
Eh,